Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Barndo. This week we've got MLCW recaps from the ACA. Now it's week 10, final week of the roster. Down Under versus JTJ2. Now coming off a loss to Woot Woot, I'm not sure what happened here, but JTJ2 look like they've shit the bed. 34 points to 43 they got overall, 5 3-stars. And out of those, 2 of them were hit by Town Hall 10s. So I'm not too sure what to think of that, whether they weren't making finals and they sort of thought they wouldn't try. But yeah, a bit unfortunate. Down Under have gone through the motions. 6 fresh hits to them. There was quite a few 6-stars. Fuff, Big Z, Mark, Colin, Venom, they all hit the 6 stars there, a couple of freshies as well, so it was really good. Now, there was a big hit on the Town Hall 10s, D-Ash, 96% on the number 1. I'm going to watch that fresh. I haven't actually seen it on the replay, so I'm not too sure what he actually did, so it'll be interesting to see what the rate is. You can see here some of the 3s there, Korg, KS, and Liam hit the 3 stars for JTJ. And there was a few bases that gave Down Under a little bit of trouble, but in the end, a pretty solid win, 43, good percentage on 98%. Let's have a look and see what happened to the opponent's number 1. So we look at here, Queen Walk, looks like a go bitch to go with it. Yeah, starts with the Queen on the side there at 3 o'clock. Let's get a little bit of volume. Love me background noise. Everyone knows it. Starts with that. So the Queen's going to go Queen by the looks of it. Witches are going one flank. Not too sure what the bottom bowler's for. Now you can see where's the Queen intending to walk clockwise. It's probably going to be a bit of grief with that air defence is going to tap onto that Queen. So maybe he wanted that to join into the midfield group. That might have been the intention. You see there the midfield group's absolutely smashing it. Jump for the Queen there, I see. So she was to jump in, and unfortunately maybe that was either early or the Queen's gone the wrong way. Lots alive in the midfield there. There's bowlers, there's witches. Golem's still going. I think that was a Golemite maybe. No, that's out of it. Old Jimmy Bob, level 37. He's gone solid. So really it looks like losing those healers has been the end of it. There was still plenty of DPS left. One cell's going to stay alive. Good amount of witches. You see, these are big, strong armies to be able to hit the Town Hall 10s onto 10s. It's a max-based Town Hall 10. He's done really, really well there. Unfortunately, couldn't seal the deal. I'm guessing those skeletons are going to pat past those cannons, and then the witches are going to open up face, so they're going to be damaged, yeah. So, really good attack either way. 96%, damn close to a 3-star. So, unlucky there, D-Ash. Now, I've got 2 Town Hall 9s to showcase here. We're going to be looking at number 9, number 10 once we load up. Where are we? Number 9. This was a Queen Walk with a Go Hog. Now you see the Queen quite exposed by herself here. Clan Castle, excuse me. Clan Castle's in the middle there. Jimmy Bob, sorry, Enemy King, he's over up the top. So it's not a bad looking base. The cells look like you'd be able to do all kinds of things in there. You might be able to do a stone. I think I have seen this base before in one of the previous wars. Vaby in the Clan Castle. Now, he did that really well. What I liked about that was he didn't need to use his ability, and he didn't need to use a rage at that point. This air defense would give the Queen healers some trouble, but he joins in his main kill squad, joins that to go into the middle and pops that rage. Therefore, that means you see just the one healer almost dead, but it didn't actually die, and a red bomb trap actually went over. The healers split up. There goes one of the healers now to a heat seeker. So yeah, 3 healers in the midfield there now. Queen's taking those healers, which is nice. Out come the hogs. They're going to start tanking around. Just the one heal for those. So that's going to mean a good healthy chunk of wizards thrown around the outside. That's going to help direct the Queen and make sure she does the important thing and goes to in the midfield there. which she did. Still got the ability. 2 Wizard Towers left, and that's thank you, Mother, for the rabbits. A fresh hit, 3-star. So well done, Big Z. That was one of the 2 raids he hit his 6-pack with. Just the 1 fresh hit 6-pack, and who was that to? A Venom, by the looks of it. Let's look at number 10 now, and we're going to look at one of Venom's hits. This was a Golar Loon. There was quite a few successful Golar Loons versus these guys. Now you can see here, there's quite a few air defences in the middle here. You've got air defence, air defence, air defence. So if you push into this cell, you're going to make sure you're getting those 3 air defences. I think this is where he's going to go towards, and gets an early one there. Maybe couldn't really use 2 loons or anything on that due to the fact that that blower would do. Maybe he could have dummied a minion over here. Oh no, does the baby dragon. There you go. And then could have slipped in a loon on that mortar, but does it well enough anyway. The wall breakers get in. Out come the heroes, the bowlers in the clan castle. Pops that rage. 2 baby dragons. I missed what was the rest of that CC. Looked like a wizard maybe. And you can see the poison looks like it's missed the baby dragons. Maybe it was targeting the queen. And you can see now Jimmy Bob's run around the side to do all weird shit. He's going off onto the enemy king. Unfortunately, it looks like the queen is going to miss one of those air defences, but still pretty high value with the fact that you've gotten 2 air defences with that kill squad and done quite well there. Now, heal and hastes everywhere. That's really nice because there's 2 wizard towers there, 2 wizard towers in the tail. You need those heals. You need to consider that, or make sure you've got your tanks in place and your loons are coming on the side. But easily deals with that base. So great hit, Venom, great war all round. So down under move into the finals. I think all 3 ACA clans are in the finals. So it's going to be out of the 14 teams. The Aussies taking 3 of those top 8 spots. And I haven't got a complete finals breakdown list yet. I haven't seen it, so I can't really show that now. But great war. Unlucky for JTJ. I'm not too sure where that leaves them for the season. But, yeah, look forward to a season 4. Okay, and for the final match for the week, we had Aussie Woot Woot versus Hired Goons. Normally I have 3 recaps, but this was Aussies versus Aussies. And a victory, 43-43, 96.33 to 96.13. You see a 0.2 percentage win to Woot Woot. Now, what happened through the war? Hired Goons absolutely spanked Woot Woot at the Town Hall 9 category. There was a couple of 6-packs to Woot Woot with 88, Meth and Wingman. But the 3-star counts was 10 to Hired Goons, fresh hit, 9 versus 9s to Woot Woot only getting the 6. So they absolutely spanked Woot Woot at that level, but they just couldn't come through with the Town Hall 10. And it was only a very minor percentage. There wasn't huge percentages put onto the basis. You see there was 2 Town Hall 9 opens for Woot Woot, but up to 8 Town Hall 9 opens for Goons. So let's have a look at a couple of the attacks from Goons and where do they get it. We'll look at Killer J. I haven't actually previewed all of these attacks, but I'm going to show a couple from each side. Now you see Fedge attacking Killer J. I didn't even check the 6-star wars. They must have had a heap of Hired Goons. They absolutely smashed it. A lot of witch slaps, but you see here a fresh hit Lava Loon. Flat out. So he's must have gone in with the CC draw. He's got the 2 attempting to get the CC on the first draw, but 2 poisons not needed. 4 rages, just a flat out Lava Loon, old school style. Was that only 4, I think, maybe? So a quad Lava Loon. Absolutely smashed this base. So the last hand comes out. I don't know where the heroes are going to go down. Doesn't want to draw it now. It's a ground expo. I didn't see another expo shooting, so they must have both been on ground. Now I'm going to show on the other side another base with all ground expos. It's a really big weakness. It's a big thing to risk. Yep, Hound in the clan castle. So absolutely smashed that base. Didn't need a whole lot of thought process into the lava looting. Sometimes these old raids are still really, really strong. So you see there Fedge. Smashed it. Now let's show one of my bases where let's have a little look at Little Swift attacked by Butters. I think then after that I attacked Butters with Little Swift and took away a fresh 3 as well. So bit of fire return on each side. It was good. Now you see he's gone in with the Witch Slap without healers. So you wouldn't really call it the same sort of concept as a Witch Slap, more of a mass witch. So stoned golems, 10 witches. Yeah, that's effective. I didn't actually watch all of it. I didn't see the healers were missing. But you see the witches summoning the skeletons on the flanks there. There's no outside traps on this base, so that's probably going to have to be reassessed. You want to pick up those witches on the outside if you can. But you see there's still 8 witches alive. The golems did a really good job at tanking. And then the skeletons do help to move those bowlers and the queen through that base. So just a good old stoned witch attack. I haven't actually seen this, so it does pay to watch some of your recaps, to watch some of the attacks from your opponents and your own friendlies. Sometimes you've got to see the different raids to see how to defend them and things like this. We're coming into finals now. Both teams will be in the finals. And we need to make sure that we're defending against those basic attacks. So they had 10 fresh hits on Goon's side. It was a massive way to give Woot Woot the shake-up coming into the finals. Now you see here, 2 ground expos. The air defence is all fairly clustered. Now this is Wingman, level 16 Jimmy Bob, level 20 Queen. Nothing major on the heroes. But you see there, 4+2 combo taken. Now those got that. That was expected, but just in case the earthquake missed. The second one was taken regardless because it just wasn't. You don't need to stuff up that part of the raid. So you see a baby dragon goes down at the start. That's to get a bit of herding. A couple of loons to pop down there. 2 heroes are going to target these buildings. So that's the intention. A third loon would have got that cannon down as well. It is a geared up cannon, but currently in standard mode. And you see the dragons going through midfield there. It was a baby CC, only drawing the baby dragon and the wizard out. And you see 2 hounds or 1 hound? Just 1 hound. So 1 hound was all the base needed. Queen needing the pop ability that draws out those valves. And yeah, a really, really easy base in the end to assess with the old lightning dragon lava loon combo. Queen's still kicking. Small heroes. This is what I was saying with the previous attack. You've got to be very careful. If you're going to use 2 ground expos, be prepared to be hit by air. So you need to make sure you're defending versus that. A different CC might have been better. What was the other attack I was going to show? Was going to be number 8, and this was Nick attacking Evasto. And Nick usually goes in with the Queen Walk Lava Loons and doesn't usually stuff many of these up. And you can see he's done exactly that. Starts with a couple of wizards for some herding. Now they can take several mortar shells and get the buildings done that they need. And that's what's happened here. Doesn't get that lab down, so I'm not too sure what the herding was going on there. Maybe a baby dragon there might have been better. Drops down the king. Old Jimmy Bob's on the floor now. He's going to be doing a little bit of herding. Needs an early rage. That queen should knock out the enemy queen and hopefully reach that air defence. Now the CC did really well to pull him back there. It looked like he was going to lose that walk to the side, but the CC pulled him back in. Poison overlaps, only has the 1 cannon shooting at him. Didn't need to go too hardcore there. As he didn't have a rage down, didn't have a poison down, that baby dragon caused a little bit too much stress. So usually takes in 3 rage on this combo. And the benefit with that is if you don't need them for the queen walk, then you're obviously going to be able to use them on your air phase. So done really well with there. The queen, she's going to go into the midfield there and do all kinds of weird things. The lava loon looks good, hitting into that last blow, but the queen comes in and deals with that blow, which is nice. And she's obviously getting healed up, so she's going to keep going. So red bomb's almost causing a bit of grief for those loons at the end there. But other than that, it's a fresh hit. Thank your mother for the rabbits. So good hit there, Nick. All round a great war. Friendly spirit between the 2 clans. We've got players in and amongst Aussie Addicts, Aussie Woot Woot, Hired Goons. We've got players in and amongst there. So, you know, it takes a special sort of team to understand that and to have the war, you know, where it's just good fun and the winner comes up on top. So well done to Woot Woot. We've got finals now, and look forward to seeing everyone coming into those.
I challenge you to a dance-off. Hands off, no trash talk, no backwalk. On the black top.